Okay, we're going to take a look at just what good length is. Now I've got two guys here, both very good players, and they're both aiming to hit the ball behind the service box on the full, which is like that one there, which is pretty good. When you actually have to fend the ball out, it opens up opportunity, and it opens up those areas of target which become simple to hit. So it's all about the quality that you hit. So the first question that comes is, what is good length? So good length is a shot that will land behind the service box and head downwards towards the back wall when it strikes the back wall. So I've got three shots on the screen here. There's a black one here, and the purple one, and the yellow one. So the black one is a good length shot. The purple one is okay in that it's a reasonable shot and it allows you to change position with your opponents and everything. And then the yellow one is too deep. It's just too deep, and what that does, it actually allows the ball to come off the back wall. So we have a look at each one of those. A good length shot behind the service box, heading down towards the back wall as it strikes the back wall. And what happens from there is that the ball will then be going downwards towards the floor, which is very difficult to get your racket behind the ball, and you'll strike the back wall and you'll have to pretty much almost boast that out to get it out of there. So it can be like not so low on the back wall. It can, as long as it's going in a downward direction. So as long as it's going in a downward direction that way, everything is fantastic. So it works really, really well if you can achieve that. So that's where that one is the most beneficial one. So this next one is like a swap positions length. So you've gone slightly deeper. So what happens here is the ball's gone slightly deeper. So remember, our good length target was around about just behind the service box. So we're slightly deeper here, and the ball's going sort of flat towards the back wall. So it sort of comes out, but it sort of doesn't. It's reasonable. You've got to use a little bit of racket ability to put it down the wall. Often top spin will happen from here to go and get your racket behind the ball, because it shallows out your swing and therefore you can get it down the wall. But it does cut out options, and it's not a winner, but it's a pretty good shot to actually take your opponent's choices, your opponent's options away. So that means that our target area becomes that little bit bigger through here, and where optimum target is around about here, but target area around about this big, which is about a racket size somewhere there, is very, very good and quite capable to actually knock your opponent round. Okay, so then we go and we have a look at the last one, which is when the ball is too deep. So if the ball is too deep, when I talk about too deep, you can change position with your opponents on this one, but you do have to watch what they've got, because it becomes a problem when the ball hits in an upward direction towards the back wall. Then it goes up higher and it comes out a long way. Now what this does, it opens up opportunity. So it opens up opportunity for a cross court, and it opens up a really hard low drive. It opens up a boast. So it opens up all sorts of opportunity for your opponent to really start to play some shots and knock you around. So if you hit it slow, then it won't come off the back wall as well. So you see lobs are not too bad if they're going up towards the back wall, because they tend to stay relatively in the back corner. But a tough, hard hit shot, as in a power shot down the wall, that's nowhere near as good, simply because the ball will come off so far, and it will actually give you limited time to get in a great court position. So with a lob down the wall, the player must generate the pace, but with a power drive down the wall, you can use that pace, and so therefore it becomes a bit of a problem. If you don't turn your shoulders, use deception and all sorts of things, then there's some real trouble. Alright, so we have a look at some play. So generally what will happen is both players will actually fight for the depth. They'll work and they'll fight to get the ball to the right spot, and when you get it wrong, it opens up this, it skews out to the middle, and then the opportunity comes for a winning shot. So that's basically what happens when you actually hit quality. You'll force poor shots, and when you actually get it wrong, you simply you'll just pay the price. It's that simple. So when you get it wrong here he's got it wrong, and there it's just gone. So we have a look at that again in slow motion. So from here, the cross court here, he's in a reasonable position here. It's gotten tight on the wall, so he's cross courted, and it's just too short. Like it's in service box, front of service box, on the forehand side, which is a dominating area for just about every single player. So from here it will be no shoulders, cut across, and the deceptive component of that, even though it wasn't a really good tight drop shot, it wasn't a really low drop shot, but it just allows so many options that it's just beaten him simply because that was an abnormal shot, and that's just how it works. So it becomes a battle of quality. So when two players are playing and they're trying to strive to get the optimum position for depth, which opens up opportunity for attack. So from here we're going to have a rally where it's just trying to get the ball to target depth. They're both working hard to maintain the target depth. They're not giving up any court position, and then it opens up slightly, and that's the one that is just too short, and then there's the opening. So you can have all these wonderful rallies, but it only takes one shot, one miss, and then you lose the point. So you have wonderful rallies going on. You'll hit target and you'll hit target and you'll target, but if you get it wrong, bang, you can just lose the point just like that. So that shot was out simply because the ball, he didn't hit target on the front one. So if we have a look at that again, so we come from here and we'll hit target on this. All right, really good target, fantastic, which is a hallmark of what Nick does anyway. He's just a relentlessly quality, he's fantastic. And then this one is open, so this needs to be quality, but he's just way too wide. And now that's just a quick wrist thrown at the ball to get it cross court and deep, and that's a very difficult position to hit a rising ball off your toes. And that's why he's trying to go down the back to reset the rally and gone out of court, and that's where it's out. So it's those opportunities that you get, you just simply need to make the most of at all times so that you're always in a position where you can actually take advantage of poor shots. So if you get the poor shot, make sure you do something with it. You need to control the pace is the next component we're going to look at. So what happens is you don't always hit the ball at 1,000,000 miles an hour. What you'll do is you'll actually play quality pace to make sure that you're in control. So here, this will be control pace. You didn't blast away. So by not just throwing everything at the ball, it takes out the opportunity for the ball to come off the back wall. So if we have a look here, we've got a shot which is too short. Actually, it's not too bad, sorry. That one's fine, it's the next one. From here, wonderful target again. You watch, there it is. That's like the perfect target. Look at the stress. He's under so much stress. This is what it does. So that's the setup shot. The first one is the quality setup. The next one becomes the one that comes out into the open. So there's options. Now his opponent has not got in front of him by the time he struck the ball, so he's chosen to drag the ball short, and he's using a boast to do it. He could have gone with a straight drop just as well, but he's chosen to go with the boast. That then stretches him out. The easiest place to hit when you're on full stretch is cross court, by the way. And so he'll go cross court. Didn't get it across enough. Now you've got to remember that his opponent is running in that direction. So his opponent is running in this direction. So what's going to happen is he's going to need to make sure that when he strikes the ball, he strikes it down so it runs. And it's got to run down with two bounces, so it can't hit the back wall. He just doesn't want to hit the back wall at all, and it must be definitely going downwards if he hits the back wall. So we'll see what he does. He controls the pace. He'll just control it. Hits the floor. He's hit in the service box, which is shorter than where he'd normally hit. And because he's hit it slow, it's going down, 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 hits the back wall, and now it's almost dead. So he did hit the back wall with that one, but it was in a downward direction, therefore you just couldn't get underneath it. He couldn't get behind it, so it was just too difficult for him. So there's another component which is really important, and that's your defensive game. So your attacking game and your defensive game are both two components you need to be really good at, but your defensive game is just as important as your attacking. See, you watch here, will be in a little bit of trouble, so he'll go up and he'll pitch his depth if he can. He's in trouble, he'll go up. Once again, he's got quality. Here, he'll go up. Oh, that's a reasonable power shot. And he's just lifted it up. He's still not in control, still lifting it up. And still lifting it up, and there we go, forces the error. So he's forced the error simply because it was just relentless, and the other guy felt like he was in control of the rally and he needed to force the issue to win the point. So it makes a difference if you can actually control and get the outcomes that you want. So we'll have a look at those last couple of hits. So from here, that's a good shot because it's a running deep drive and he's got him on stretch, so he's lifted the ball up and kept it relatively tight, and that's what's made the difference. And it's just by going for too much. So Nick was onto that one anyway, so he would have been in a position where he could have, it was a poor shot and it bounced up, he could have attacked it to the floor on a cross court to run it into that back corner, or he could have gone very wide to go right across to the sidewall. All right, so what happens is, it's just fantastic if you hit relentless quality and you hit your targets. So here, this is the one. That is the quality target that sets everything up. Look at that. It's just behind the service box. It's coming down, 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 down towards the back wall, which is what we've spoken about, which is good length. And then no other option but to boast, which opens up a hold. So here he's going to hold his shot, wait, and put it down the wall. So that is awesome length as well. Look at that, it's going down towards the back wall once again. So 2 shots in a row down towards the back wall. That's just going to win points every single time. It's just magnificent. It's truly, truly wonderful if you can hit it. The hero of this is not the finish point shot. The hero of this rally is this shot. This is the one. This is the one that does the work, that gives him the easy shot. That one there. That's just fantastic. Side wall as well, slowed the ball down a little bit, which got it into that back corner. So there you go, that is good length. If you can push the ball into the back corner so it goes downwards towards the back wall, so make sure you get the ball to go downwards and you'll basically be in a position where you can dominate the game. You can actually make sure that you control what shots your opponent can play, and that's good length. Good length tells your opponent what shots they can play. You can then read them much easier, and that is what anticipation is as well. You're telling them what they're going to play, so you're already there ready for the next shot. There you go. Hope you enjoyed it. That's what good length is.